The Scouting Association of the Polish Republic was founded on the 12th of February in 1989. At present, the Scouting Association has over 15,000 members. It is an associate member of the Confederation of European Scouts. The Scouting Association is a public benefit organization that was established in 1989. It aims to continue the traditions and educational thought of several generations of Polish Scouts. The roots of the ZHR, or the Scouting Association, date back to 1980, when the Circle of Scouting Instructors was created. Andrzej Małkowski gathered together independent environmental scouts and instructors. The Scouting Association of the Republic is a community of friends, children, youth, and adults who, based on Christian values, through Scout leaders, work on themselves to help others. They seek adventure and pursue other elements of the Scouting life that educate a person to find a life full of happiness, to be responsible for oneself and for one's fellow citizens, and to take on the challenges of the modern world.
Welcome to Poland Daily Culture. Today's episode will start a new series about scouting in Poland. My today's guest is Barbara Kotz. Hello and welcome to Poland Daily Culture.
Hello.
So I will ask you first about the scouting service in Poland. What is it like? What is it about in general?
Służba harcerska to jest coś bardzo ważnego dla każdego harcerza.
The scouting service is something very important for every scout. This is actually our everyday reality, because this is something we do every day. The scouting service is not only when we put on our uniforms, but when we go to school to work. This is our everyday reality. We're trying to be compassionate and good to every person around us, for the society we live in, and for me, this is what the scouting service is about.
W którym żyjemy i generalnie dla mnie to jest właśnie służba harcerska.
So it's not only on certain days, it goes throughout your whole life, right? And how could you explain your dedication to scouting?
Moje takie poświęcenie właśnie dla harcerstwa to
My
jest
dedication,
tak naprawdę
once I learned something from scouts and instructors that raised me in some way, and now I'm trying to give it to people younger than me. I'm doing it by being a leader of a scout unit. I'm trying to raise them, to educate them, but also, most of all, I'm trying to convey the scouting values to younger girls.
Dziewczynom przede wszystkim.
And I would like to ask you about Akcja Paczka, which we could call in English, I guess, the Action Parcel. What is it about? Because I know that you took part in it.
Yes, I participated in this event very actively. I have been taking part in the Paczka project for a few years now. Thanks to this project, we help the Poles living in the eastern borderlands. The project takes place every year. So we go to the Polish borderlands right before Christmas every year. First, we collect gifts, and then we take them to the Poles living in the eastern borderlands, in Ukraine, Belarus, and Lithuania. We talk to them. This project is called Paczka, but those gifts are not the most important thing here. This is just a symbolic gesture. For us, the most important thing is to meet these people and to hear their stories, because they live outside Poland and they often really miss their homeland.
Did it start a long time ago?
The first Paczka project took place in 1996, so 22 years ago. Since then, we are going there every year. Every year, more and more people are going there with us. Last year, 14 buses went there. We're trying to visit there as many Poles as we can.
How can one participate in it or take part as a non-scout?
Każdy może się zaangażować w tą akcję.
Everyone can get involved in this project, for instance, by donating. We often collect things in stores, schools, so anyone can help. Anyone can give them something, even a Christmas card.
Z życzeniami dla Polaków.
During Holy Mass on World Youth Day in Krakow, Pope Francis announced that Panama would be the next host for a world meeting of Scouts. A meeting in the Southern Hemisphere was a distant target for the ZHR Scouts from Poland. The president of Panama, appreciating the involvement of ZHR in medical security, invited their representatives to meet. Participation in World Youth Day on the border between the Americas, that is Panama, between North and South America, and being in Central America is a perfect place for this gathering. The entire Polish Scouting organization, in particular the Scout Volunteer Ambulance Service, are preparing themselves for this event.
And how do people feel about it? Or maybe especially those people who receive the food and the things they need?
These meetings surely are full of emotions. Like I said, the meeting itself is the most important thing there. We talk with them. Many of them haven't heard the Polish language for a very long time. At the moment they hear us talking in Polish, they start crying. But that's the tears of happiness. They're happy that we remember about them, that they stayed outside the country.
It's beautiful. Is it hard to organize a thing like this? Does it take a long time?
It's not easy to organize a project like that. It takes a lot of effort, but it's very satisfying. I organized one bus this year. I started to do it at the turn of October and November. We left a week before Christmas. It was a very busy time for us. I had to put a lot of effort in it. I rescheduled many things to do it, but it was very satisfying.
So I'm guessing it's just very time consuming. How do you manage to do everything?
To prawda, nasze życie harcerskie bardzo dużo czasu gdzieś tam pochłania, naszego wolnego przede wszystkim.
That's true. The scouting is very time consuming, mostly our private lives, but you can make it work. To be a scout, you have to know how to organize your work. So studies, work, you can work it out. We get involved in what we want, and no one tells us that we have to do something or take part in particular events. Everyone does what he or she feels and wants to do. So we create something because we want to. Everyone knows their possibilities and does as much as they want and can. They know how much time they have and they make it work.
Na tyle, na ile może i poświęca tego czasu odpowiednio do swoich innych zaangażowań.
Because I know that scouts go camping a lot. What is it like when you go camping?
To chyba jest najwspanialsze wyjazdy.
These are the greatest trips ever, for me at least. We have a 3-week camp in the forest near lake in July. We can get to know the nature better out there, but also we can spend some time together with our scouting values every step of the way. These are the best trips in my life. We have also the weekend trips. We go everywhere in Poland, so we can go sightseeing, climb mountains, pretty much everything. This is something that describes us. Every trip is different.
I jakby każdy wyjazd jest inny.